Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Wengombe, which means headman of cattle. My name, of course, Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. So today, I just want to respond to a question. One of the subscribers came through the comment section asking a question here. His question goes like, "Good day, Mr. Smart. May you please come up with a video crossbreed heifers slash cows that are rich in milk production, at least one that can feed its calf and yet spare some milk to feed a family simultaneously. Please highlight one example of those breeds. Thanks in advance." This was by Mr. Leo, not Leon. Leo, I will do this video for you. So, what are the breeds that I would look at if I am running an agribusiness? I mean, a farm, and I want to be able to have a cattle breed that is capable to raise its own calf, and then on top of that, is capable to raise its own calf, and then on top of that, it's capable to produce enough milk for my household and my wife and kids for us to be able to milk and to make cheese or sour milk or whatever it is we want to do, or milk or cream and so forth. The breeds that I would look at, which are not bona fide dairy breeds, are the dual purpose breeds. Dual purpose breeds are breeds that are used for both meat and milk production. Those are the dual purpose breeds that I would focus on. Namingly, such as the Simmental being one of the most popular one, because that breed is known for adding serious meat on a carcass and adding milk, increasing the milk ability of whatever breed it's crossed out of. I would just be careful when crossbreeding of a Simmental with indigenous cattle. I need to make sure that I buy a Simmental bull with a very low, birthing weight. That's something that I'd need to pay attention to, because that's a dual purpose that I'd love to have, and that's a dual purpose that I would work on. But just be very careful that you don't buy a Simmental with a very high birth weight, maybe let's say 42 kilograms, and then you want to put that on a Nguni, which the heaviest Nguni can probably carry is 32 or 30. 32 to 35, I believe, is the heaviest they can give birth to. So I would say Simmental is one. Two would be the another German breed, the Branvi, which name funnily actually means brown cattle in German. So I'd say get yourself a Branvi breed, Branvi bull. The Branvi also is another dual purpose cattle. Most people would call a Branvi a brown Swiss, but it's an argument for another day, because the brown Swiss is the dairy, Branvi is the beef. So a Branvi is another dual purpose breed. It can both be utilized for meat and milk, meaning you can utilize it to produce heavy winners and also utilize it for milking abilities. It's very good milk, enough to be able to raise its calf, and enough to be able to raise its and enough to for you to be able to take a little bucket to back home for yourself or your family to do whatever buy milk products you want to do. The third one that I'd look at is the Hereford. The Hereford is also another dual purpose breed that you can look at. Um, it's also very good for meat, again, very good for winning competitions, slaughter oxen, and also in other parts of the country, it's also used. It's actually used as a draft animal, meaning they utilize it for work, and it will also increase the milk. It's very good at milk production. Also, another breed that produces a lot of milk, which would be enough for yourself as the farmer to be able to take home a little bottle back home to do make cheese or cream or sour milk, whatever it is you want to make with it. That's another breed that I'd look at. These are the three common breeds. Now you look at the breeds that are not that common. There's a English breed called the Red Pole, which is actually very good for milk also. It's very brilliant. It's a very good milk breed. It's a dual purpose breed, but it's also very good at milk production. So that's a breed that you can look at, but I don't know if you'll be able to find a Red Pole, because Red Poles, I think, are very scarce in Namibia. Another one you can look at is a Shorthorn. There are the two. There's the milk Shorthorn, there's the beef Shorthorn. In this case, most commonly people get the beef shorthorn. That's for increasing meat. You can get the dairy shorthorn bulls and you can utilize them. But the shorthorn is a dual purpose breed of cattle. So it can also increase milk. But I think it's also a bit very difficult to find in Namibia. I think it's scarce. And then from there on, the crossbreeds that I'd look at is anything crossed out of these three breeds that I mentioned. The Simbra, good milk. Branvi, maybe let's say a Branvi cross Brahman, good milk. Branvi cross Nguni, good milk. Hereford, which is the pure. Then you get the Braford, which is the cross out of the Brahman and the Hereford. These have good milk. I believe this one should be able to produce enough milk for your farming projects. Because why I think the Simmental is a very good dairy breed is one of the businessmen in Namibia, known as Mr. Sidney Martin, a couple of years ago was trying to set up a dairy farm where he was going to utilize his Simmental cattle for milk production to actually start producing his own carton of milk. In other parts of the world, I believe the Simmental is utilized as a dairy breed. It's utilized in dairy projects and so forth. So to the Branvi. So I would tell the gentleman, Mr. Leo, to rather focus on getting the dual purpose breeds, because the dual purpose breed is utilized both for milk, for meat, and for milk. So you would not lose on anything. The only time you lose on something is when you just go buy a Brahman, for example, and you want to be able to milk a Brahman. A Brahman doesn't, it produces milk, but not that much. It's not really a milk producing cattle. It's more of a beef breed cattle. Same thing like Bosmara. Bosmaras do produce milk, but I don't believe they produce as much as for example, the Simmental. So you'd rather get, if you get a Brahman Bosmara, this are beef cattle, this are performance cattle. If you're saying no, but I want to be able to take a little bucket, I want to be able to take a little bucket. I want to be able to milk and fill a 4 kilogram bucket like this one and take it home with some milk for my kids, my wife and kids to enjoy. I would say look at your dual purpose if you don't want to go full out dairy breed, because I also believe the dairy breeds are probably a bit difficult to come by. You really have to know who to talk to be able to get dairy breeds. So I'd say dual purpose, Simmental, Branvi, Hereford. Those are the three that I can mention now on the top of my head. I can't really think of any other ones. Those are the three that I would say try and get those, because those are tried and tested when it comes to meat and milk. So, and then Simbra, which is the crossbreed of the Brahman and the Simmental, is also a very good breed when it comes to meat and milk. It will add the weight, and the milking ability to your cattle. But what you need to do when you focus on any of these four breeds, just beside the Simbra doesn't really give birthing problems. But these are the three breeds: Simmental, Branvi, Hereford. Make sure you talk to the breeder and you tell the breeder you are going to utilize them in a crossbreeding program. I'm going to probably take them and I'm going to put them on a Nguni cow. I'm going to put them on Nguni heifers that have never given birth before. So I need bulls with a very low birthing weight. I don't need something which is extremely heavy. Those are the four, or let's say the three. Okay, four. Let's add the Simbra also there. The four breeds that I can think of on the top of my head when it comes to dairy production, which are good at producing enough beef and also producing enough milk for you to be able to fill a 4 kilogram bucket and take this 4 kilogram bucket home to your family to be able to uh, make some sour milk, fresh milk for the kids, or make cheese or butter, whatever it is your wife wants to make from it. Because probably she wants to make some bespoke butters. So those are the breeds that I would say look at. I didn't really do any research on the milk quality. Is it watery? Is it more watery, more suited for yogurt making, or is it solid milk solids more suited for cheese making? I didn't look at that. I should have looked at that. But I did a video talking about dairy breeds where I mentioned the different type of milks those dairy breeds produce. I think I would link. I would add that video to this one at the end of this video, where you can click on it and go watch that video. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much. And once again, thank you very much for the support. And thank you very much for watching all my videos and hitting that like button and clicking on that subscription button and turning on your bell notification to be notified for future uploads, and watching every video that I create, because you guys are pushing up that watch hour. And the more my watch hours increase, the better it is for me, and this channel to keep on growing and to reach a wider audience. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say bye for now.